This is a picture of my mom. Brings up a lot of bad memories. I just feel like, I don't know, it's just a very scary person. And just reminded of all that when I see this. Makes me think about just like how horrible she was and everything she's done. But yeah, it's hard to look at her. This is where I was shot when I was going back from calling 911. She had completely shot through my elbow and my arm was fractured and flopping around. I have a big scar down my stomach here, from here to probably here. I have another, like a bullet entry exit wound here and out through my chest.
Songnam Kwan is the woman who gave birth to me. It feels weird to say her name. I hated my mom. I think my mom's evil. She tortured us. You hear the noise first, loud bang, and then just the sensation of like water being poured on you, but it's warm and it's my blood and it's everywhere. She chose to do what she did, and it was evil. This is a picture of my parents together on a boat in Korea. Looks like a work event. My dad was an American working in Korea when he met my mom, Songnam. They both loved each other a lot in the beginning, but then certainly you don't treat someone you love the way she treated my dad. She got a full scholarship to like one of the best colleges in Korea. So I think at one time she was a smart, brave, and confident lady. And eventually she just changed and was an unrecognizable person from the person he met. Ultimately, she became a monster. I always wondered, like, how is this gonna end? Because it just gets more and more extreme every time. But I never thought she would do what she did. Myself, my sister, and my dad all didn't realize what was happening with my mom. It was a slow and steady buildup. And I learned that my mom was very selfish. Everything had to be her way. My mom would make me wake up early, I think it was around 6 a.m., and practice piano for an hour every morning. My mom would be standing directly behind and to the right of me. She would be holding her stick and keeping the beat of whatever I was playing.
3, 4.
Anytime I slouched a little or played the wrong note, she would hit me and make me start over again. I just thought that's what happens when you mess up.
Again.
We just accepted it as normal.
1 and 2.
I didn't tell anybody because my dad was often at work and she told us not to tell people, so I didn't.
3, 4.
My mom never asked if we wanted to play the piano. She just forced us to do it because that's what she wanted. This was more than a mom who wants their kid to have a hobby. The only reason she beat me and forced me to practice so much and so hard is because it made her look good. We would have recitals, piano recitals, which is why she made us practice so much. It meant a lot to her to tell people that I won a gold first place trophy at a piano recital. She felt that she was better than everyone. And then she would tell that to us. She said things like, "You're special. You're not like these people. Like, you're better." We recognized that we have a very different life than everyone else. But it wasn't better. It was not better. It was worse. One day, my sister and I were arguing like sisters do.
Give me the marker. Rat.
My mom said, like, "You have to apologize and be the bigger person." I didn't want to because she was definitely wrong, and she was like egging me on all day.
She never shared.
I told my mom it was unfair. I knew immediately from her face and just her demeanor that something bad was going to happen. When my mother was really upset, like her lips would tighten, her face would change, her body would be like stiffer, her eyes looked different. And then she started hitting my sister, beating her like with her fists. She was wailing on my sister. I didn't know what to do. I was completely helpless. It was really scary. And my sister was like on the ground, just cowered and trying to protect herself. And she wasn't stopping. And I screamed, like, "Stop, you're gonna kill her."
Stop, Mommy.
And she said, "See what happens when you don't take responsibility." Then she just walked out, and my sister and I were both just crying. My dad was either traveling or just at work. And so my dad had no idea that it happened.
I do not remember that. There are a lot of things I don't remember. I think either I try to block it out. It's just a coping mechanism where we try not to remember what happened to us. She got angrier if, one of us would intervene and try to help the other. She would have this punishment in mind, and then if something, disrupted that, then it would escalate even further. I just remember being really scared.
So I was sleeping over at my friend's house. It was like late at night, and his mom comes in. "We have to go back to your house." And I thought it was pretty strange. I get to the house, and the police are there. My dad had a black eye, and he had like a cut on his face, on his cheek. I had never seen my dad hurt before physically. I was concerned and wondering and confused why he looked like that. I don't remember seeing my mom. Maybe she was off in another room. So when I finally got a chance to talk to my dad, I asked him what happened, and he said he ran into a tree or bumped into a door, and that's how he got the cut on his face and the black eye and the ripped shirt. I think he protected her too, like from the cops. We never talked about it. It was just never talked about or discussed or explained. Just went on with our lives. He endured that for my sister and I. But I just always, it was like this deep fear, like, what's gonna happen next time? There was no way I could imagine what was gonna happen in the coming days. When I look at this photo, it makes me feel the way I did when the picture was taken, which was that I was embarrassed of her all the time, and I didn't want to be around her. I hated being around her. Hated her for most of my life that I can remember, because she was always just forcing me to do things that I didn't want to do. Yelling at my dad and being violent. And so I hated her from a pretty young age. By the time I got to high school, my parents had grown pretty distant and my dad was traveling a lot more. I think my mom purposely beat us when my dad wasn't around, like when he was at work or away on travel or whatever. The erratic behavior was increasing and getting worse. You never knew what would set her off. It could be the stupidest thing. My sister and I fought about something that I don't remember, and she got really mad at us. She beat us and then told us to go in the garage and hold our hands up and not touch the door and not talk to each other until she let us out. And she was very specific about that.
I've always wanted to just go along with what she said because I knew otherwise it would be worse.
It was summer, it was hot. She had turned the lights off, so it was dark.
I don't think anything surprised me in terms of what sort of punishment she would have for us.
We were terrified of her and whatever her response would be if we did open the door. We were terrified that she'd come at any time and then beat the out of us.
How long was she gonna have us stay there? I just remember sitting there for, it must have been hours. And then eventually we kind of were like, okay, I don't think she's coming back.
So eventually we did open the door and went upstairs and she wasn't home. Who does that to their own kid or anybody, but also their own kid? I mean, that's almost like how prisoners and torture, that's the type of abuse I feel like she did to us. It's just another example of how she's a psychopath. My sister and I were late in the morning and we missed the bus. I think my mom was mad that we missed the bus like more than once that week. And now she had to drive us again. She is flooring it and turning the steering wheel as hard as she can, left and right.
It was such an extreme reaction for something that seemed so, normal, and it was an accident. We missed the bus. We weren't the only kids who have ever done that before.
She was swerving so bad that it was like lifting off the ground. And she was just berating us.
We were weaving in and out of the road. She was yelling at us, saying, like, is this what you want?
Mom, stop!
We were crying because we were so afraid. I remember us telling her to stop and slow down. She didn't seem to care about, our safety or anything.
She was acting insane. She didn't care if we lived or died. It was just like pure terror. I mean, my heart's beating fast just thinking about it. I thought she was gonna kill us. Let me pull up to the school and she's just basically like, get out. I didn't tell my teacher or anybody. I didn't think they would understand. Things got worse and more chaotic and violent. I tried my best to feel normal, but it was very obvious that it wasn't normal. My mom would go out a lot with her friends, drinking and partying and doing whatever she wanted. She spent so much money on herself and clothes. We were deeply going into debt, and the bank was threatening to take the house. My dad confronted her about her partying and never being there.
What do you think, I'm a bank?
She started chasing him around the house. When she caught up to him, she started punching him.
Come back here!
No, get away from me!
She was punching him. He was trying to defend himself, and tried to catch her wrist as she was punching him. But that just made her more angry and more determined to hurt him. It just seemed like when she would get to that point, it didn't matter to her that we were standing right there. Kind of like witnessing a car crash. She got upset that he was resisting her beating.
Let go!
And she said, I'm gonna call the cops. And then she went and called the cops, and the cops came. She's telling them that he's beating her and that he's abusive. She was trying to make it seem like he was an abusive dad.
And just now he tried to hit me. That's not true.
I actually said, like, she's lying. The police asked me what happened, and I said, I was here the entire time. I saw the whole thing. She was the aggressor. She tried to hit him and punch him and chase him around. And then she threatened to call the police and say that he did it. And then they just left without helping us or my dad. And it was really frustrating that they didn't seem to think it was a big deal. It just cemented the fact that there was really nothing we could do. Like, it was like this bomb. Like, you don't want to set it off or you don't want to disturb it because it's going to go off. I remember one night my parents were fighting about money. He couldn't keep up with her spending, so he said, I'm going to cancel your card. And she left the room for a minute and came back with a knife. And at one point, she had him pinned like against a wall, and then she cut him on his cheek with the knife. And he was begging her to stop. He was crying. He was terrified. Like, we were all terrified of her. I don't think she could control her rage. The whole situation just seemed out of control. We were just in shock and like horror watching this unfold.
My dad being that scared, it was terrifying for me, and also, really sad that, that he had to be scared of his wife. Things were escalating. She wasn't afraid to, take the violence to the next level. I would never think that it would go as far as it did and that she would do what she did.
He was begging for her to stop and crying, and she could sense almost like an animal, like that she had defeated him. And she just backed off.
Leading up to Christmas, my dad had been gone a lot longer for his trips. So he had been going to China a lot more often, and, it'd be like weeks where he was there, but he was gonna be back, for the holidays. A couple weeks before he was coming back to Illinois, I was in his computer room and I saw some papers that were in the printer, and I saw that it was an email from my dad to my mom. Basically, it said that he had met someone in China, that he wanted a divorce, and that he wanted to take my sister and I to China to live with him. It was a huge turning point for my mom because she could feel like her control slipping away, and she wasn't gonna let that happen.
My mom was acting completely different than she normally does. She kept insisting that we all go to dinner as a family, which we did. After that, she wanted to play games together as a family, which we hadn't done since probably I was 7 or so.
All right, who's thirsty?
And she prepares like snacks, like a tray with Cokes for each of us with ice and a bowl of chips or something like that. And she was acting all jovial and happy and laughing, and it was just very strange. And she was just trying to act like this happy lady with a perfect family, I guess.
It was just so odd for her to act the way that she was. We looked closer at the Coke and saw some kind of white something at the bottom. At that point, we thought definitely, something was going on.
We both realized she drugged the Cokes, so we kind of just took little tiny sips just so it wouldn't be obvious to my mom that we knew. But my dad had no idea and didn't suspect anything, and he drank the entire Coke.
Oh, that hit the spot.
Well, I hope so.
It just felt like a nightmare seeing him finish the whole Coke.
All right, goes. Whose turn now?
I wish I could have taken it out of his hand and dumped it down the drain and said, "Mom's trying to poison and kill you," but she was right there, so I couldn't do anything. After playing the game, he was tired and wanted to go to sleep. I went upstairs with Christine and my dad, and we sat on his bed. He was laying down because he was sleepy. And I said to him, "I think Mom's trying to kill you." And he just chuckled and he said, "Haha, I hope not." And he was falling asleep as he said that.
I was terrified for my dad, and I just remember we were just like pleading that he would just like, stay in a hotel, or even if it was with us or by himself, just not be there. I think we just knew like something was gonna happen. This is a picture of our house. So yeah, this is where, we lived when it all happened, and it looks like this is actually probably the day that it happened, since there's Christmas wreaths and everything, the caution tape. Christmas is hard, but so is like pretty much every holiday, just because, it's hard to see other people with their families.
On Christmas morning, my sister and I woke up at the same time, and we wished each other Merry Christmas.
I remember waking up and feeling just really tired and not normal. I didn't put the two together, that it might have been from the drink the night before.
And then we heard a noise from downstairs. It sounded like pot falling and hitting the ground and clattering. And we both stopped and looked at each other and we were like, "What was that?"
To me, it sounded kind of like those little poppers with the streamers. And then within a few minutes, our mom was in our doorway and she was, fiddling with something in her hand.
And she just keeps saying, "I'm so sorry." And then I realized she had a gun.
Please forgive me.
She unloaded all the rounds at me. I was hit, I think, 7 times. But you hear the noise first, loud bang, and then just the sensation of water being poured on you, but it's warm and it's my blood and it's everywhere. And then the pain and the smell of my flesh burning and the gunpowder.
I just remember being in complete shock, not knowing what to do. I just kind of froze. But then she was reloading. And my sister said, "Christine, you have to go. You have to call the cops. I have to get to the phone," which was past my mom. She was still in the doorway, and then I just had to get around her. I kind of just brushed past her. When I called 911, I said, "We need help. Our mom's shooting at us." I really don't remember being on the phone with them too long before my mom came in the doorway and she had the gun. So I ran past my mom. Then, she started shooting at me. I could see that my arm was like flopping around. She had completely shot through my elbow and my arm was fractured and flopping around.
I asked her, "Did you call the police?" And she said yes. And then I heard the sirens, and then I heard her shoot herself once. And I knew she shot herself because I heard her scream. We just laid there bleeding and not knowing if we were gonna live or die. And I told her I loved her, and she said, "I love you too."
I was unconscious. I don't know how long, till I woke up in the hospital later. I remember being questioned by police. At that point, they had told me about my dad. And I remember just crying because I was just like in complete shock. Just didn't expect that. The sounds that we heard in the morning, that was probably when my mom was shooting my dad. She had shot him first, and then she came after us after that.
When I woke up in the ICU in a private room, I was alone and I had no idea where my dad was or my sister. When my mom shot me, I put my hands up to defend myself, and one of the bullets went through the 3 of my fingers on my left hand, and they were dangling by the skin. She also hit me multiple times in the abdomen and chest and lungs. There's metal plates and screws because there was no bone to even put back together. The metal is what's supporting fingers. And then this one, there's nothing really they could do. So it's just what was left. And there was metal pins. There's a metal pin that goes through my finger. No, I didn't care. I mean, I figured she was alive because I heard her in the room next to me or in the ER. But yeah, I didn't ask about my mom because I didn't really care if she survived or not. After we recovered, I and my sister went to live with my aunt and uncle. I Googled it myself, what had happened to my dad and how he passed away. The article online said he was sitting at his desk early that morning and working, and she came into the room and shot him in the back of the head and back, I think 5 times, it said. How do you react to that? It's like, Jesus Christ, what a monster. I totally think that she was sane and she chose to do what she did, and it was evil. Well, this is a picture of my mom's mugshot after she got out of the hospital. Her eyes look different than I ever saw them. They just look sad. I'd see her smile and pretend to be happy or pose for a camera or be angry, but I've never seen her really look like that before. I didn't think she had that in her to be sad. You can't just kill somebody and then try to kill your daughters and not go to jail.
So when I see this, yeah, I mean, it just makes me think about just like how horrible she was and everything she's done. I mean, clearly this is, you know, after everything happened and was taken by the police. But yeah, it's hard to look at her. We never visited her. She tried to contact us, sent us letters. So these are the kinds of letters that she would send. It says, "Dearest Christine, congratulations on your graduation, baby. Good luck in your endless bright futures. God bless you and peace to you, Doc. You are my proud Doc. Love, Mom, Sungnam." Yeah, I mean, she would just send stuff like this all the time. It really didn't mean a lot to me. You know, she could say she's proud of us and things, but like, clearly, it just, after everything she did, there's nothing she could say to make anything, you know, anything better. I never remember her saying sorry in the letters. I stopped reading them. It's just, you know, like, what is the point of this? She's not trying to take any responsibility, even though she did all those horrible things.
Recently, I found out my mom passed away in prison, and it wasn't until a few weeks after that when I asked my uncle how she died, and he told me she committed suicide. She used a bed sheet and tied it around her neck from the bunk above her, and she was on her knees. And that was her decision, and all of the other things she did were her decision as well. So I feel really no sadness.
I feel like I've been waiting for that for a long time. I honestly am really relieved because there's, you know, like no more damage she can do. I feel like now that she's gone, you know, we do have closure.
My dad, John Paul Lisowski, was a great man. He was incredibly intelligent. He was funny. He is my dad. He's the only person that protected us from my mom and supported us. And it's just really hard to go through life without somebody like that. The main thing that always kept me going, even in my deepest depression, was the hope that one day it could be better. There's a way out, and nothing is impossible. You can have a happy life and the life you always dreamed of. I just bought a house on the water, which has been my dream forever. I still have regular therapy sessions once a week. I feel happy and loved and safe. And I'm really close with my sister. She's 8 months pregnant. I can't wait to be an aunt for the first time.
I want to be a mom who's, I mean, really the opposite of the mom that I had. I don't think I will tell my daughter about her grandmother until she asks. I'm not looking forward to that day. I would love to tell her about her grandfather. So yeah, that's more of the conversation that I'm looking forward to having with her one day.
There are evil people in this world, and my mother was very evil. It was a lot of torture that we went through. I've been thinking, maybe, did I really want to do this, or should I back out now? Didn't know if I wanted to open up this wound. But I'm here today. I'm ready to get it all out.
Something I've been holding for a long time.
I waited this long because of the fear after the horrible murder she committed. I believe that if we crossed her, she could have killed us. What I think turned my mother into a murderer is greed. When my sister and I heard my mother say, "I'll see you dead before you get better," I was thinking she's not going to stop until it's over. This is a picture of my mother, my father, my older sister, my brother, and myself. Everyone in this picture looks innocent. Like nothing could ever happen. But the one evil person is sitting in this picture. And she took a lot from everybody that's in here. You would have never thought that she was that evil of a person just looking at her. But you had to really live with her and know her to know the evil she was. You're always afraid of something. Living in fear kind of makes you numb. You really don't know how to react to it. These were the good moments. These were the times that my father was in the home where we all felt safe. But it didn't last long. My parents argued a lot. They fought a lot too, physically fighting. She'd throw things at him. She would always threaten to harm him, bust his head open, or kill him in some type of way. She would say, "I wish God would take you now." We didn't think anything of it because I didn't know what she was going to do. But I remember one time she made some brownies. And I was going in there to get one of the brownies. And when I grabbed one, she smacked it out of my hand.
Don't you touch that. They're not for you.
And she said, "No, those are for your father." I never asked her why I couldn't have the brownie or anything. I just left it alone. If she said we weren't allowed to have it, we weren't allowed to have it. She took one of the brownies out and put it on a saucer and went in there and gave it to him. My father eventually got sick from those brownies. He thought maybe he had a cold or a stomach virus, and he went to the hospital. I do remember him coming home and looking under the kitchen sink.
What is this?
Wasn't sure what he was looking for.
I know she has it in here.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
He just said that he was pretty sick and he wasn't feeling good. He didn't let us know what happened. Didn't know until later on as I got older. When he went to the hospital, they said it was rat poison. And not too long after the brownie incident, my father left and my parents were divorced. I didn't know why he just left. This is a picture of my father. My father was a good person. For a while, she didn't let us go see our father. And then eventually we started going with him every other weekend. It broke my heart to see him go. I felt my father was the one that kept us together. He made sure we were all safe. My childhood was more like every child's nightmare. She kept us behind closed doors. Growing up, my mother was a nurse. She would work in a nursing home. And when she went into work, my mother started taking the phones out. She only left the one in her bedroom. And she would lock it up. So we wouldn't have access to call anybody.
This room is off limits.
She would put deadbolts on the doors, and she would be the only one that had the keys. Couldn't go to the front yard. Just went to school and back home. That was the only life we had. We weren't allowed to have friends or anything over. She said it was for our safety, but the neighborhood was not bad at all at that time. We were prisoners. This one particular time that my mother had locked us in the house, my sister was laying on the couch.
What are you doing?
And my brother was checking the back door, the front door. Neither one we could open. Then he would go to the window. Couldn't even get the window raised because it was nailed shut. And he just said, okay, I'm just done. He packed a bag with all his stuff. Broke the glass out of one of the windows and climbed out the window. But my sister and I, we never went out of the window at all. We waited. My mother, she was coming up the street at the time, and she seen him with the bag on his back walking down the street. And she picked him up, brought him back into the house, and then that's when she started beating us.
Get in there.
No, please, no.
Get in there.
No.
You think you're doing running out like that?
She would literally beat us with extension cords.
No, please, please.
Sometimes the cast iron frying pans, she would use 2x4s. Anything she could get her hands on. She would make sure that we hid the marks before we went to school so nobody could see them. It crossed my mind to show someone, but I didn't. My mother would give us a dead, cold stare that we knew once she gave us that look, not to say anything. And my father knew nothing of anything that she was doing to us. My mother would tell us that if we said anything to our father, we would never see him again. So nobody knew anything that went on behind closed doors. It was almost like she had split personalities. One minute she would be fine, the next minute she would just be an evil person. Was one particular time I was playing basketball and I snapped both of my wrists, broke both of my arms. She had to actually bathe me.
How could you be so careless?
My mother was very angry at the time.
Now, everywhere we go, everybody's going to think I'm an abusive mother.
I'm sorry.
She never wanted anybody knowing anything that went on in her family.
Are you crying? Stop it!
She actually hit me and was saying that I needed to be quiet because I was crying. And then instead of rinsing it like she normally would, she pushed me under the water. She was trying to drown me. She pushed me under the water. Not once, but twice. And the second time she held me under the water. So now I was fighting to get back up. She was holding me down pretty good. I put my arm down in there and pushed myself up. That's how I got free. She never said she was sorry. I guess she just was hoping that I wasn't able to get back up. So after I did get up, I just got out of the tub and grabbed the towel to dry off. And like a day or so later after that, after I thought maybe the cast was dry, I had my brother cut that one off so I would be able to give myself baths. After my mother and father divorced, she had different male friends. My mother was a very beautiful woman. Men were very attracted to her. She had a charming side when she wanted to be. After my mother had dated several different men, my mother met Daniel No. And they knew each other maybe a couple weeks or so, and then they got married. She was happy, I thought. But then things turned. I don't know if it had to do with money problems, but she started arguing with them, and things just got worse from there. One morning I was getting ready for school, and normally Dan would see us to the door. And this morning he didn't. He stayed in the bed, said he just wasn't feeling well, and he'd see us when we got back home. We just thought maybe he had a cold, a virus or anything. It was like a couple hours into school. They were calling us. My sister had to come and pick us up because something had happened.
Mom? Mom? What's going on? What happened?
Oh, kids, I'm glad you're home. I have some bad news.
When we got home from school, as we walked in the door, my mother just told us Dan passed away.
What do you mean? What happened to him?
It was a heart attack. I was out at the store and I came home and he was gone.
We didn't see him. They had already came and picked his body up. We didn't know why or what had happened because he seemed normal when we left. To come home to find out that he passed away, not even a couple hours later, we were all shocked. But she didn't have any type of feelings. I mean, she wasn't crying or anything. She was still in her pajamas, and if you knew my mother, she wouldn't go out in just anything. So for her to say that she had went to the store and came back, we knew was not the truth. And then later, she was sitting in the living room calling to see about the insurance. I knew something wasn't right, but we weren't allowed to say anything or even ask any questions about it. We just had to take whatever she told us. My mother started dating a man named Lloyd. She seemed happy while they were dating. This is a picture of my mother and Lloyd in the backyard. I would consider Lloyd as a father. He treated us as if we were his own. You could see Lloyd was a pretty healthy man. Like, nothing could be wrong. He pretty much took care of her, anything she wanted. I would say he spoiled her. We were happy that maybe finally she was going to be happy. Maybe he could change her. That's what we were hoping for. She had the perfect man. But once they got married, things just started going sour.
Look at her how? How do I look at her? Tell me how I look at her.
You look
How?
at her like you want her.
One day, my mom and Lloyd were in their bedroom, and you could hear them in there arguing.
You do this
I
every
know.
single time. Every single
I
time
know
you're
you've
doing
been
this.
messing around with
It's
that
all in
woman.
your head.
She knew that he was cheating on her and that she had proof.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Lloyd told her that it was ridiculous and it was just a co-worker. And when he went to step to go around her,
You know, I don't have to stand here and take this.
that's when she sprayed him with the bug spray in the face.
You're not gonna make a fool out of me again.
She sprayed enough in there to get into his eyes. I was stunned when I seen her do it. My reaction was to try to help him. And that's why I said, what is going on?
You,
And that's when she pushed me out of the way and then shut the door.
get out. This is none of your business.
My mother didn't have any sympathy for anything or anybody. But Lloyd was not a confrontational person. Lloyd would do anything for my mother. Anything she wanted, he gave it to her. So he stayed. He started having symptoms like cold symptoms and stuff like that. And then he started getting a little weaker. Like he wasn't fighting off the cold.
Lloyd, I brought you some water.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
He just kept getting sicker and sicker.
How are you feeling today?
Yeah, a little better.
He pretty much stayed in the bed. He started losing weight. Nothing was helping him.
Maybe we can go to that new coffee shop you were talking about.
Maybe you should just rest.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I remember this one time, she had just picked up the medicine from the pharmacy.
Hi, yes. I'm calling about the prescription.
She called the pharmacy and said that she needed more pain meds for him.
The most ridiculous thing happened. I accidentally dropped it down the sink. I know how these things happen, right?
My sister and I knew that it wasn't true. She didn't drop them down the drain. She still had a whole bottle sitting on the sink in the bathroom. But we didn't know that she was giving him double of the pain medicine than what he was supposed to be getting. And that was what was keeping him down more.
Is there any way we could possibly refill it? You can. Terrific, terrific.
But I told my mom Lloyd wasn't getting any better and shouldn't we call the doctor? And she said no, she's doing everything that the doctor told her to do.
I will be there within the hour.
My mother was a nurse, so we figured she knew what she was doing as far as getting more pain medicine for him.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.
I read it in the newspaper. They were calling her the Black Widow because it was multiple men. We didn't know what my mother was going to do next. If she was going to try to poison us as well. My older sister and my brother were not living with us anymore. It was just me and my younger sister. Lloyd's condition would go up and down. He still wasn't doing well. Lloyd and I had a good relationship.
Morning.
Good morning.
I had to be about 16, and I think my mother felt threatened because it seemed like the closer he got to us, the more she pushed us away. Lloyd and I would drink coffee every morning and eat toast. That's what our routine was. But this one particular morning, before I could even sit down to drink my coffee, I could smell something, but I wasn't sure what it was, like a minty smell. Lloyd slapped the cup of coffee out of my hand and said, "Don't drink it." I was shocked. I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "There's something wrong with the coffee."
What's going on in here?
My mother, she came in when she heard the cup hit the floor because it shattered.
The coffee, it isn't right. This must have gone bad or something.
When she seen that neither one of us drank it, she wasn't happy about it. She just turned around and went back to the bedroom. He just took the coffee pot and threw it away. The only ones in the house that drank the coffee were Lloyd and I. We were the only two that drank coffee. Even though I thought my mother may have put something in the coffee pot, I didn't mention it to Lloyd. We knew not to open our mouth and say anything about anything she did. There was no way I could tell him out of fear for our safety. Not only mine, but my sister's as well. It was cold outside and they were talking about a snowstorm. My mother was reading the newspaper. There was a newspaper article in there telling about to keep the antifreeze away from the animals. If they drink so much of it, it'll harm them or kill them. And then a few seconds later, she sent us to the store to purchase some antifreeze. We figured she was sending us to the store to get antifreeze for the cars. My sister told me that my mother was putting antifreeze in Lloyd's drink.
I think she's gonna poison Lloyd. No, that's not possible.
And I just looked at her and I said, what?
You have to believe me. You have to come with me right now.
So when she said just watch her when she comes back to make his drink again, that's what I did. And she wasn't discreet about it. I mean, she was just at the kitchen counter with his soda. And we heard her mumble under her breath, this is how I'm gonna finish him off. And then she poured antifreeze in there. She knew whatever she did, we wouldn't say nothing. We didn't have any phones. Doors were locked. And even though we were a little older at this time, we still knew not to cross her. So I didn't mention it to Lloyd. And then she just started giving him more antifreeze, and then he went downhill from there. This is a picture of Lloyd. You can see that he's lost some weight. This is around the time that he stopped being able to get up on his own. I don't even know why she took a picture of him like this. I don't know what my mother was thinking of. Lloyd got pretty weak to where he couldn't get up and down to the bathroom on his own. So one of us would always help him, being me or my sister.
Easy. You doing any better?
No, not really. I don't know what's wrong.
This one particular time, he said he had to get up and go to the bathroom. And once I got him up, my mom just took the baseball bat that was beside the bed and hit him across his back. I didn't even see her pull the baseball bat out until it actually hit him, because his eyes rolled in the back of his head and he just fell back on the bed. I thought for sure he was gone then. I didn't even see her pull the baseball bat out until it actually hit him. My sister and I both hollered when we heard the bat hit his back. His eyes rolled in the back of his head and he just fell back on the bed. I thought for sure he was gone. No! I was telling her that we needed to call the doctor. That's when she told me, no, nobody's calling the doctor.
Don't even think about it.
I don't think my mother cared anything about what we saw at this point, because I don't think she thought we would ever say anything against her. She told us to leave him alone and just leave the room.
Both of you, out of here.
And as we were leaving the room, that's when she told him that she would see him dead before he got better. When she said that, my sister and I just walked on down the hallway. We didn't even say anything to each other. I was thinking she's not going to stop until it's over, until she actually has him gone. But we couldn't tell anybody anything. Couldn't call the police department, couldn't do anything. We were scared. Scared of our mother. My mother was sitting on the couch, just looking at a magazine, and when we came in, she just said, "Oh, Lloyd is gone," and she didn't say anything else.
Lloyd's dead.
What do you mean he's dead?
She said, "Yeah, he's gone." No feelings, she wasn't crying, she wasn't doing anything.
Where is he?
He's upstairs.
I didn't actually believe it, that's why I went back there to check. The pillow that was actually laying next to him was actually over his face. My thoughts was she just suffocated him. Just went on and finished it like that. He wasn't in no way able to protect himself. He couldn't even move at this time. Couldn't even raise an arm. The image of him laying there, just seeing him laying there and not moving or breathing, it'll never leave my mind. It's always going to be there.
We have to call an ambulance.
No, nobody's calling anyone yet.
She wouldn't let us call for the ambulance. She had already cleaned him up and had a electric blanket on him to keep his body warm. So they don't know how long he's been gone. By the time she called the ambulance, he had been gone about 2 hours or so. Well, when the ambulance came, the guy asked her, "How long has he been gone?" And she said, "About 15 minutes, about the time it took for me to call you and you guys to get here." But when they turned him over, he had like blue splotches on his back. And they said, "No, he's been dead longer than 15 minutes.
No, he's been gone for a while.
That's not possible. His body is still warm.
And he said, "No, ma'am, the splotches on his back lets us know that he's been gone for more than 2 hours."
The blood has already started pooling. And rigor mortis is starting to set in.
She didn't say anything. She just let them take him, and then she followed behind. His father was still alive, and he had a sister and a brother. But my mother wouldn't let anybody come. It was just her and us. My mother never cried. She never showed any type of emotion. I felt hurt, of course, but probably more relief for him. So he didn't have to be tortured anymore. And he was in a better place. And we all went back home. My mother just went on like nothing happened. We didn't know what her next move was. You know, she had just killed our stepfather. And acting like she didn't do anything, like nothing was wrong. So we didn't know which way she was going to go next. There was 2 detectives that came to the house. I don't know if they got a feeling that something wasn't right. So they sat down and wanted to ask us a couple questions.
We'd just like to ask you a few questions about Lloyd.
Okay.
Did we know how Lloyd died?
Would you say Lloyd was a healthy person?
I don't know.
And she was sitting looking at us. So we knew not to say anything because of the stare that she was giving us.
Tell you what, this is my card.
And before they left, they gave us a card and said if there was anything else we knew or we remembered to give them a call.
Thank you. We will.
My heart went to my stomach. So I thought, oh God, what is she going to do now? Who's to say she wasn't going to come after us next? We didn't know what my mother was going to do next. If she was going to try to poison us as well. When the detectives had came out to the house, they left us a card. And he said if there was anything we needed to call him. But we couldn't talk to anybody. We had no phones. Doors were locked.
Hello?
But one day, my mother had rushed out of the house to go do something in the city, and she took my sister with her.
Honey, come on. We have to go. We have to go. Come on.
When they left, my mother forgot to take the phone out of the kitchen. So I went and got that card, and I called to ask for the detective and told him that I may have the evidence of what my mother used to kill Lloyd.
Can you come over? I have the proof.
He said, I'm coming right over. I was scared of our mother, and I was just hoping they would hurry and get there before my mother did. If they had came after she came, I didn't know what was going to happen.
Thank you for coming. It's this way.
And when he came, that's when I took him to the bottle that had the antifreeze in it.
I've seen her put this in his drink.
She had it labeled on there, do not drink. That's when I told the whole story.
This isn't the first time something like this has happened.
That she had been giving him antifreeze over a period of months, trying to kill him.
You did the right thing calling us.
And then they took us down to the police station. They arrested her and brought her down to the station. But the only evidence the detectives had at the time was my word and the bottle, because Lloyd didn't have an autopsy or anything. They said that they had to let her out.
It's all kind of up in the air right now.
But didn't you talk to my sister already?
When they told me my mother was released, my heart went to my stomach. So I thought, oh God, what is she going to do now?
I'm sorry, Norma. There's just not enough concrete evidence to hold your mother.
I knew she knew, or she had to know that I said something.
You can't let her go. She's going to figure out I called you.
I believe that she could have really harmed us, maybe even killed us.
Listen, Norma, don't worry. We're going to take care of you. Nobody's going to get to you.
So they took me out of the home and took me down to my boyfriend's family's home. And that's where I stayed. When the detectives had Lloyd's body exhumed, his body was saturated with the antifreeze. And once everything came out with Lloyd, then my father came forward with my mother poisoning him with the brownies. They had the proof and that they did arrest her for the murder of Lloyd. I felt a sense of relief. She's finally caught. She can't hurt anybody else. This is a picture of my mother when she was arrested. She doesn't look very happy in this picture.
So do you.
I was hoping maybe she would at least come out and tell the truth about what she did.
I have to ask you.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you it wasn't my fault.
But the whole time, she was still saying she didn't do it. She didn't want to say anything about it.
I'm not talking about this any further.
But I had to get up and use the restroom.
I'll be right back.
And I had a soda that I was drinking. I left the soda can sitting on the table, and when I came back and drank some, I got real dizzy, real lightheaded.
Something wrong?
I thought she had put something in my soda while I was in the restroom.
Is everything okay?
She really looks a little worried. Looking at this picture, it gives me a sense of freedom. She lost all her control. It was a big relief off of my chest. She's never gonna come home. I felt Lloyd got his justice. But Dan's family had them exhume his body, and they found out that Dan had died of natural causes. I don't believe it. I believe she did have something to do with it. But we'll never know. Even after all the torture she put us through, put Lloyd through, I felt I still needed to see her.
You look good. Thanks.
So I said, no, I need to go ahead and go. I went to the emergency room and told them that I thought I had been poisoned, but nothing was found in the blood work or anything. Everything was okay. And they said that all I had was a panic attack. Even though the hospital told me nothing was wrong, I still felt that my mother had put something in my drink while I was there. And I was still thinking, how could it be a panic attack when it didn't happen until after I drank it? I just couldn't shake it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I knew then that I was never going to go back. That day was the last time I saw my mother. I believe my mother passed away of a heart condition. I actually just felt numb. I didn't cry. To make sure I always took care of people. So today, because of Lloyd making that promise to him, I work and take care of the elderly in nursing homes. I make sure they're safe, make sure they're well taken care of until they go to peace. That's what makes me a stronger person. I just keep picking myself up and keep going. I think Lloyd looks to him. Yeah, I think Lloyd is very proud. No feelings at all. This is the way I choose to remember him. He seemed really happy in this picture. Healthy. He would be proud to know that I did this for him. Just to let people know the true story behind it. I made a promise to him. I failed. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
My entire idea of what happened is just mud now. It's just chaos. I mean, I know that my mother's not innocent in this whole mess. It was such a confusing time. Such a confusing time. I didn't know really what to believe. I thought that she was taken over by this man. That's what I used to believe in my head. And it wasn't her that was the murderer. I believe she was taken advantage of. I'm always going to be wondering why. Always. And I really, really, still to this day, wish I did something. I wish I did something. I ask for forgiveness every night. Every night. This, oh my God, I haven't seen a picture of her in so long. That's the face I remember. I hope her soul's at peace. Please, God, let her soul be at peace. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You trusted my mom. You trusted me. We put you in just a bad place. I'm so sorry. I'm sure there's a part of her that felt I would protect her. This is one of my favorite pictures of my mom. She does look happy-go-lucky. This is her best picture. It just so happens it's in the worst place. And the worst time. She looks pretty okay for having somebody almost dead in the apartment. Yeah, when I think about that, it's hard. I feel numb. There was torture, and this was a hard one. She just didn't feel very loved. Her parents used to tell her that she was ugly. She'd never amount to anything. My mom was just always searching for love because she didn't get it from her parents. My mom was raped when she was in her early 20s. She was going to get an abortion, but decided, not to. She decided she wanted to keep me. She was so needing something to love and love her back. It took her to a bad place. I mean, in the end, it was the worst place. Before any of this happened, my mom was a single mom trying to raise me as best as she could. My mom never laid a hand on me, ever, even though I was a rotten child.
Good morning.
Oh, God, what the hell are you doing here?
From what I remember, my mom's only friend would have been Mary. I would say nasty things to Mary all the time.
Just ignore her. Come and have some breakfast with us.
My mom would say, oh, she's just a kid. She didn't tell me, don't speak that way to people, don't do this, don't do that. It was more like, it's all right, it's not that bad. She never reprimanded me. If she would have given me rules or punished me, I may have been mad at her. And I think that's the last thing she wanted, was for. I lived in a community where there were a lot of single parents, so it really wasn't out of the ordinary for there not to be a dad in the picture. I remember I was 9 years old and we were watching TV, my mother and I turned around and I said to my mom, "Who's my dad?"
That's him.
And Billy Joel was on TV and she said, "He's your dad." And I said, "He's my dad?" And she said, "Yeah, that's why you can sing."
Are you serious?
She said when she was younger that she had a house. I know she did everything wrong. I know it. But I still love her. It's my mama. This is a picture of my mom about 10 years old in her house at Christmas time. She seemed happy here, didn't she? But my mom's upbringing wasn't for me to be mad at her. She just wanted me to love her. She was looking for love in every way she could. She went crazy because of it, because of her need for that love.
You're acting like a child.
And I was like, well, that's not happening. So we got into a fight. He broke up with me. Fine, who cares? I was out hanging with my friends. A lot of these kids would come by us because their parents were strict or what have you. And my mom was always like welcoming. She would scoop them up and put them under her wing. I know she loved that. She loved being a mom. She really did. And she was super, super caring until she wasn't.
So I want to ask you a question that I think is hard.
A loving home, and she wanted to give that to her. Harriet was staying with us. Her parents had issues or what have you, and she wanted to give Harriet a loving home. My friend Lewis had a great family. Lewis didn't come from a broken family at all. That's the summer that I met Ricky. I was 11, and he was 14. He was very good looking, looked like a grown man. I do remember saying to her, Mom, we're in love. We dated for a little bit, and all of a sudden he was getting very, I don't want you to do this, very controlling.
What's your problem?
Here. Okay. There were some reports that your mom's intentions were not necessarily pure, that it wasn't just to have the kids over, that she was kind of luring them.
I know a lot of people thought that my mom was grooming these children, but she absolutely was not. She wanted me to be the happiest person that I could be. And I can see where if, feeling loved, feeling included, and, making me feel special all at once. When I was 11, we had a great group of neighborhood friends. Our house was the type of house that everybody came over. I can remember standing around the kitchen table, all my friends around the table, and us singing songs to the top of our lungs, just screaming songs out. It was just so fun. Anybody was always welcome to stay at our house. Teresa had no parents at all. She did have an elderly grandmother. My mom, she saw that Teresa didn't have a loving family. You didn't know her past. I could see where you could say that she was grooming these kids, but this is just who she was. And then she met Ricky and something changed. A switch went off. And these poor kids were, affair with Billy Joel, which resulted in me. I said, oh my God, Billy Joel's my father? This is fantastic.
This is amazing.
My mom even said that Billy Joel's hit song, Big Shot, was about her. She's like, don't tell anybody. And I was like, okay.
People treat you differently.
I believed what my mom said. I wouldn't have thought twice. If she says it's a secret, then it's a secret. Billy Joel obviously wasn't my father. My mom was very good at creating fantasy worlds. I think her making that fantasy world is just a way of taking advantage of. How horrible for you to trust somebody and love somebody so much. And then they take that trust and love and just use it against you. It's just, that's evil. It's evil. My mom was pretty great. I know I keep saying that, but to this day, I'm not sure what switch went off. She was wonderful, and then she was not. like overnight. When Ricky came along, everything changed. Ricky started sleeping over on the couch. He ran away from home, which was maybe 6 blocks away. There's another, bird with a broken wing who needs, a place to stay. My mom would get instructions from Billy to tell us who had chores. I didn't have any chores.
What did he say?
Teresa, you're in the bathrooms. Harriet, you're doing the dusting.
What about me?
Billy didn't say you had to do anything.
I am out the door. I'm just gonna go play with my friends. If they didn't do the chores correctly or in a certain kind of time frame, Ricky was to enforce the beatings. She was so convincing that it was hard not to believe what she was saying. Later on, I found out about her little tricks from working at the phone company, and she would make that phone ring. There wasn't anybody on the end of that line. She was making this person up to everybody else. And why? Why were you doing that? There was definitely a lot that went on in that house that I was not aware of. That was all behind closed doors, what these punishments were and what have you.
This is Ricky. He's on the stand, and the prosecutor is speaking with him. How often did these phone calls come into the house from this point on? A couple of times a day, every time, like a chore or a punishment went on. He told me to go into Tammy's bedroom, and I would find something to do the punishment with. So I did, and I found a bat.
I don't think I knew what these chores were that they had to do. So I just...
Initiating. And when I read this, it said to me that I'm not sure he did.
But he felt pressured. I can see where you can be threatened, I guess, into having sex with somebody. This is all really weird. Ricky had very loving parents who cared about him. The parents were looking for him. That's the problem that keeps me from believing this fully. Being there, he appeared willing. But I should have said something. Maybe she would have thought twice. Maybe she would have broken up with this man or gotten rid of this guy. Going with my mom. I didn't feel that way. I'm not sure if I ever wanted to know about their relationship. I don't know how that happened at all. It just all of a sudden was happening.
So this is your mother speaking to detectives about essentially how she was able to start the relationship that she was having with Ricky. She got him into her bed by saying that she suffered from the epilepsy. He began sleeping with her to help her if she got one of these spells. She was attracted to the young man sexually, and she told him this. And that at first he, resisted her advances, but then she made the statement to him, well, I have my needs, and if they can't be met, then I have to go somewhere else. And rather than her go somewhere else, they began to have sexual relations.
I don't know what to think about this. He could just leave. Go home. Go home.
I think that it looked very much to you like he was in
these handcuffs, but tiny enough to put around your thumbs. Like little tiny handcuffs.
Get these off of me right now!
He closed the door, he locked the door, and I was stuck there.
Where are you going? Come back! Somebody, help!
I started hearing Lewis, Harriet, no, please don't do this. You have to do this.
Stop! Why are you
You're doing it.
Please don't! Stop!
I start freaking out, saying, what's happening out there? Trying to get out of my thumb cuffs, so I couldn't get out of these thumb cuffs. I could hear them saying, no, please, no, crying. My thumbs now were raw from trying to wiggle my way out of these thumb cuffs. Eventually, the door opened. Ricky came in with my mother trailing behind.
This kid. He was a kid.
He was a kid. Yeah. I'd be sitting just at the kitchen table and the phone would ring and my mother would pick it up. She'd listen.
Hello?
Okay, I understand. Hang up the phone and then say, Billy called. Everybody in the house believed that the phone call was from Billy Joel. My mom said that Billy called because things needed to be taken care of. Billy was a mob boss. He was in the mafia. Behind him, the whole time I'm cursing at him. Take these off. He finally took these things off. I learned later that my mom and Ricky were forcing Louis and Harriet to eat cat. Just became something that was out of control. Whatever this was that was happening, this torturing, it was crazy. I can't even imagine the other things that were happening. But I had more resentment towards Ricky. I wasn't happy with my mom, but the resentment was towards Ricky. Ricky seemed like he was getting a kick out of it.
So there was testimony that they were told that there were cameras. Ricky believed he was being watched. He believed that if he kind of came up with his own punishments, got creative, that made him look good in Billy's eyes.
I see. I see.
Does that make you feel any different about what you witnessed?
No. Even though I have this new information, it doesn't make me feel any differently about Ricky. It looked as if he enjoyed it. But I think that I could understand his position in this fantasy world. Eventually, Ricky moved into the room with my mom. My mom had told me it was because the couch was very uncomfortable. I was young, so I'm not even sure that I was aware that a relationship was happening, even at that point. If you ask me my feelings on it, normally you'd think that I'd lose my mind. Oh my God, my boyfriend is going. I'm sure they hate me. I was the one living my life, running outside, playing with my friends while they were being tortured.
Well, let's not forget also, you're a kid. You were a child.
I was a child. I mean, the stuff that I read and heard after the fact was just shocking. It was just shocking. To this day, I'm just like, what? What? The phone calls eventually stopped. And then my mother started becoming Billy. My mom would put her hands over her face and kind of just sit like this, give it a couple minutes, and then up, already the attitude, the anger, the nastiness. It was almost like she had a different voice. Everything about her changed. Her demeanor changed. Her look on her face changed. She was meaner. She was nasty. She was completely the opposite of who she was normally.
I am sick and tired of you filthy, disgusting creatures.
This thing that was being created, it seems like day by day, I could see him being afraid. I could see all the kids being afraid. My understanding as to why they didn't leave is they were frightened for their lives. That's probably one of the scare tactics as well. Billy's in the mafia, and if you tell anybody outside of this little group that we have here, we're gonna hurt people. They were being told if you say anything or if you don't come back, we're gonna hurt your family.
I want to read you something. So this is a court document from Louis. Did you ever try to do anything to yourself, Louis? I tried to kill myself. When? While I was going there, I was just tired of all the beating and everything that happened to me. And a phone call came. And you know, Billy said to Marie that if I kill myself, it won't matter.
That she was doing to these kids. can remember my mom telling me that I let Harriet go, that she had something to do with her escape.
Harriet tried to escape a number of times.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No.
This is a summary from the prosecutor's opening statement. When Harriet ran away, the Elmwood Park police found her walking around on Route 46. She didn't have any shoes on. She wouldn't give the name of who was doing this. She ran for her life, and she's alive today because she got out of that house.
Good for you, Harriet. Good for you. I believed that my mother helped Harriet escape when she told me that she did. But it doesn't look that way.
Because my family would still be killed. So that's what stopped me from doing it.
Wow. I had no idea. Wow. Wow. Oh, Louis. I feel horrible. I feel horrible for him. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry did any of that happen to you. I'm just so sorry.
Remind me not to say anything. Ricky told me to put my hands over my head, and he beat me with his fists and punched me in my face, made me bleed. You never went back there again because you were told you didn't have to come back anymore? Yes. Did you keep your mouth shut like you were told? Yes. Did you tell the police what had happened to you? No. Did you still believe about the mafia? Yes. And that you could be killed? Yes.
He still kept his mouth shut. That's amazing. I mean, that's just shows how frightened they were. Louis, I'm so sorry. 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 I'm just so sorry. I'm just so sorry. It was a living hell immediately once we moved into the smaller apartment. All that was left was the four of us, me, Ricky, my mom, and Teresa. It started to get bad for her. It was really bad for her. The torture was at its highest level. It was the worst it was. Took her over completely.
We're gonna teach you how to behave.
Teresa and Louis and Harriet, we were all just in shock about this big switch. Her fantasy world absolutely allowed her to escape from the atrocity, especially if Harriet tried multiple times.
She gave an address, and they went to Marie's house. They found a very clear-speaking, eloquent person in Marie saying, "In my house, a child abused, I wouldn't permit such a thing." And they said, "We don't know what to think."
My mom, like, blatantly lying like that. I mean, it's crushing. It's just crushing. Just more and more. It's horrible to hear. Horrible to hear that my mom just, oh no, not here. Really? Really? But it was there. And you could be that sane to say that and then continue to allow all that other stuff to go down in the house? Really?
This is Louis on the stand, speaking with the prosecutor. I was called into the living room, and Marie said that I was going to go home, and I was allowed to. I didn't have to come back anymore if I didn't want to. Ricky was going to give me something to—
Along the lines of, don't worry about it. She's okay. She's fine. She's taken care of. She's fine. I'm thinking, where? Where, Mom? Where is she? Where is she? She's like, don't ask any questions, Tammy. Don't ask questions, Tammy. She was gone. And I thought to myself, they killed her. Oh my God. Maybe I'm next.
Were you ever told why she was moved in the morning from the bathroom? The bathroom had to be available for you to get ready for school.
I guess I feel like I removed myself each time that phone call would happen. It was like I could go and come whenever I pleased. So to be honest, I hate to say it, but that's what it was. I was just selfish and there was no empathy in me at that time. I was just a selfish little girl, only worried about myself. And if it didn't involve me, then I'm out. I'm leaving. There was one day where Ricky came into my room. He put thumb cuffs on my thumbs. He put thumb cuffs on my toes. They are tortured. And again, I'm being doted on, being taken care of. That's kind of, it's crushing. It's crushing. Ricky went back home. I was so relieved. Because for me, he was the reason why everything started. Before you, everything was fine. Once you came into our lives, all hell broke loose. My mom was devastated. She just stayed in her bed for days, just saying how much she missed him, how much she wanted him back. He goes, no, I'm not gonna go back. Then it was get back time. He doesn't want me? Okay, well then I'm gonna tell the police that he killed Teresa. And that's what she did.
Can I please speak to homicide?
That was the first time that I'd gotten confirmation that Teresa was actually dead. My mom basically went to the cops and led them directly to the body, to Teresa's body. I come to find out that after Ricky manhandled, shame. I don't want to look at this. The next time I saw her was behind 4-inch thick glass. And I visited her like that for the next 4 years. I did not ask her what happened or why she did it. We didn't talk about those things. I feel so horrible about not doing any of that when it could have mattered. Why didn't I do something? Why didn't I say something? Why didn't I call 911? Why didn't I care enough? While we were in this apartment, I went to school every day and Teresa never left the house. She wasn't allowed to go to school. At night, Ricky would move her to the bathroom where they would handcuff her to the foot of the bathtub and leave her there all night. She would sleep in the bathroom, then be brought into the kitchen. I really hope Teresa forgives me. For not saying something earlier, for not saving her. That sucks to hear that, that this poor girl is being told, it's not her, Ricky did it, it's not her, Ricky did it. I thought they had it wrong. Because I watched Ricky manhandle her into the tub and go limp. But in retrospect, right, and finding everything out, that duct tape did her in. They suffocated her, whoever put the duct tape on her. Finding out all of this new information, it's probably all day long. And Teresa's really in a really bad place. And then one day I woke up to him manhandling her. My bedroom was directly across from the bathroom. So I could see it happen with the door open. I saw Ricky. I think he was trying to make her stand up or something. She was so weak and broken that she couldn't even sit up. I was kind of like, Mom. She hit her head up against the bathtub and she just went limp. The way she went limp was something I'd never seen before.
Get out of here. Now.
My mom said, go to school, go to school, go to school. So I went to school and I just sat there in class in shock. When I came home, I was like, where's Teresa? I'm not sure who said what, but they were kind of like it was out in the open. There was no hiding it. Teresa would be chained to the radiator. Or whenever Ricky walked past her, he would kick her or hit her or do something. They were starving her. She's emaciated. She's bruised all over. I asked Ricky if I could give her some food. He said no. I went to my mom. And she was like, just don't, Tammy, just don't.
No.
So I gave up. I gave up. I did. I shouldn't have given up. I didn't say anything to anybody about it. I was afraid. What has shocked me most in this interview, this is a mugshot of my mother. Look at my mother's face here. Her eyes. What the was going through your head, Ma? What the hell? She could have stopped it. Yeah, she didn't even have to start it. She could have stopped. She would have thought that I would stop loving her if I knew the truth. That was a big fear of hers. Within a few years, she appealed and the sentence was overturned. They gave her, I think, 2 life sentences and some more years on the side. This is a picture of me and my mother in prison. Now she was off of death row and I was able to actually hug her the first time I saw her. That's why we're holding on really tight. All intertwined. I mean, even through all the horrible stuff that happened, she still loved me. I visited her all the time for 28 years. The last time I visited her, I guess to make her story better, I went, I did as she said. The ship was sinking and she was pulling out all the stops at that point to save herself. At that time, they could just see right through me. The detectives are like, are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? I'm not sure about, like, no, I'm lying. It was, I couldn't hold on to the lie. I couldn't do it. Ricky never raped me. No, never ever. They sat me down and they said, your mother's being arrested for murder and you're gonna go to family services. You're gonna go to a foster home. I'm crying, no. She had told me that she had a lump here and that it was hurting her really badly. Eventually, she passed away from breast cancer, and that's where, in the end, she died. She died in prison. My foster family was wonderful, gave me all the love I needed. I stayed there for about 2 years, and then I moved out on my own. And I've been on my own ever since. And I've been working full-time since I'm 15 years old with her, and she hit her head in the bathtub. Apparently, they wrapped her up in duct tape, sprinkled it with lye, and shoved her in the back of the wall, put her in between the beams, right behind my bed. I learned that she was actually still alive. And she's suffocated now because they duct taped her entire body. Oh, Lord Jesus. When my mother had originally told the cops that Ricky was abusing people, she had asked me to go and tell the cops that Ricky raped me. Ended up working out well. I, got my GED. And here I am. I believed her all these years. I believe she was taken advantage of. But all of that is like up in the air, gone, thrown out the window now. I still try to make sense of it to this day. I really do. And I think, oh God, is there something, am I going to switch? Am I going to, switch it up? Am I going to become this, person? I hope not. So far, so good. With everything that I've learned, I believe, Ricky was a victim too, just like those other kids. So now it's time for me to really